Hi guys, in this short video I'd like to introduce you HTML, CSS and JS. Let's find out what these abbreviations stand for and how they help front-end developers create web applications and testers to test these apps. So let's start with HTML. What is it? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it's clear from the abbreviation that it is a standard markup language for web page creation. It allows the creation of structure of sections, paragraph, adding some links, pictures, using HTML elements such as tags and attributes, which are like building blocks of a web page. And HTML is not considered a programming language as it can't create dynamic functionality. Still, it is considered an official web standard. You can see on the example on this slide, the page that is created using only HTML is pretty plain. It contains only some elements. Even this, if these elements like considered to be interactive, they are not interactive yet. This is like only pure non-dynamic content. And this content is actually not very beautiful. So if I want to create pages like that with backgrounds, with pictures aligned in the way I'd like them to be aligned, with some paragraph text and styles, I should definitely use CSS. CSS, or Cascading Style Sheet, is one more fundamental web development language. While HTML defines only a website content and structure, CSS specifies the design, the style, the presentation of the web pages. CSS can't be used to create new page elements like HTML, but it's used to style this element, these previously created HTML elements. And together, both these languages allow to create a website that will be like well structured, will be beautiful and functional. So the relations between HTML and CSS is strongly tied together, since HTML is the very foundation of a site and CSS is all of the aesthetic, is all of beauty and usability of an entire website. And if you are thinking that these web languages are not so useful for you as a tester, you're probably mistaken. First of all, to be able to understand the inspection of the element in DevTools, you should understand at least HTML and CSS layers. Moreover, I suppose as a users, you've experienced bad internet connection, and in this case, your device are probably uploaded to you only HTML part of the site without these beautiful styles or something like that. So, as a tester, you are most probably want to test how the site will work in such a situation of bad internet connections. So, if the loading speed is low, you can turn off CSS and check, is everything okay? Is the text is readable? Are elements like placed correctly without overlapping, and so on so far. So HTML and CSS and understanding of these languages can be much more useful for testers, as you can consider from the first point of view. And if you join us in our channel, clicking here, you will probably find out, like, not probably, for sure, we are preparing for you practical tasks on creation your first web pages using HTML and CSS. So join us, that's going to be very interesting. The last point in this video as JS or JavaScript, which is a lightweight programming language that web developers commonly use to create here more dynamic interactions like animated graphics, like dynamic background colors, and so on. Also, JavaScript is definitely can be used as a programming language. Yeah, it can be used for creation different applications, servers, even games. Yeah, and developers, of course, generally use JavaScript alongside HTML and CSS because while you use like only HTML and CSS code while creating the website, you will have again non-dynamic static display. But with JavaScript, a user can interact with web pages, can have better browsing experience, like more interesting, more dynamic, yeah, and so on so far. Still, of course, you should understand that JavaScript is a programming language. That means that you should possess the knowledge of programming language. You should possess programming skills to create web pages, interactive web pages, and to be able to understand the code like the one that is shown on this slide for this beautiful web application. So remember, HTML is just content and structure, hypertext markup language. CSS, cascading style sheet, is all about design and presentation. And if you want to add some interaction to implement more complex features for your web application, JS, JavaScript is your solution. So, see you, join us, bye.